Hawk Tuah girl, otherwise known as Haley Welsh, was just a random girl walking down the street who wound up getting asked a rather vulgar question, which she took in stride and ran with the ball or other parts.
Got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk Tuah. Spit on it. Spit on it.
And a star was born, and she winds up signing for a podcast with Jake Paul, who, and this is what I mean when I say this story just brings all the late stage capitalism threads together. If you don't know who Jake Paul is kind of the boxing equivalent of Hawk Tuah girl. He is a boxer who's famous for beating up old men for prizes and cash. He recently did that to Mike Tyson, to nobody's admiration. She gets her podcast, blasts off. She's behind only Joe Rogan for a while. Now, this week, what's the next natural progression from, random sex joke makes you famous to getting perved on by Bill Maher to getting signed by a meme boxer to having a hit podcast? Well, of course, she has to launch a meme coin.
My Hawk meme coin is live.
All right, we're gonna add that to the soundboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so her Hawk meme, her Hawk meme coin launched this week, and not everybody made the riches that they were expecting from it, but a lot of simps seem to toss way too much money into it, like this guy.
What's up, Haley, Hawk Tuah girl? So I just bought your token, and I'm down about like $20,000 right now. I'll flip it around real quick. We can take a look at this chart. So as you can see right here, I bought the token here around like $500 million market cap, and right now it's sitting at like 70 mil. And so I was just wondering if I could get like a refund for this, or like what the fuck is going on here, because I don't know, this isn't really looking the best.
That ain't how it works, kid.
Kind of bought because I thought that you were gonna provide a lot of.
You gotta spin on that thing.
And this bubble maps is the most egregious thing I've ever seen in my life, and so I was just. All
right, so we'll get into that. So this guy, who would think that throwing $20,000 at a coin based on someone who's famous for an oral sex joke wouldn't make you rich? Who could ever have seen this coming? So here's somebody else. I really lost $43,000 aping in Hawk Tuah coin. For those who are not familiar with the vernacular, aping comes out of the whole Wall Street bet GameStop thing from Planet of the Apes together strong. So going all in kind of. This guy dumped $1.4 million worth of Moodang, another coin, for Hawk Ruga coin, and lost it all. Swapped back the entire bag to 46K. Months of patience building stack gone in 15 minutes. Okay, so what he's basically saying here is a lot of these crypto traders started with small piles and just relentlessly studied the different coins, caught the right trends, months and months he built this up. I assume he looked back at the person's record to come to that conclusion. And that's the thing with gambling, man. Eventually you lose. They looked at the finances of people who made all that GameStop money. Within a year, they had all lost it. Almost all of them had given all that money back. That's why the house always wins, right? Sooner or later, you're going to do something stupid. So people were not very happy about this. Hawk Tuah, insider trade on that thing. This is from New York Magazine. Hawk Tuah girl, real name Haley Welsh, is embroiled in crypto controversy after launching a meme currency, Hawk, on December 4th via the Solana blockchain, per the Independent. After launch, the coin rode Ms. Tuah's public profile to sky-high heights, surging to 900% of its original value and reaching a market cap of 490 million per Crypto Times. Within hours, it crashed 91%. See, this is FOMO, fear of missing out. You see it going up, and then everyone goes in. It's like musical chairs. You can make a fortune this way, but you don't want to be the last one sitting there when the lights go out. The rise and fall of a Southern Princess's meme coin was that's a play on friend of show Chapel Roan's album name. Was attributed to insider wallets and snipers who controlled 80 to 90% of the coin at launch. These groups buy a bunch of coin, wait for it to reach peak publicity, perhaps after being endorsed by a viral personality, then sell immediately. The old pump and dump scheme, otherwise known as a rug pull. So obviously she got a lot of very negative publicity here. So she tried to get that under control. Here she says, copy and pasting, Hawkonomics, team hasn't sold one token, and not one KOL was given one free token. We tried to stop snipers as best we could through high fees in the start of launch. Fees have now been dropped. Apparently, the fees were also very high by industry standards at 15%. So now she got reader noted on this. The team and insiders have actually been selling their tokens since launch. A majority have never purchased anything and have only sold the tokens they were given. Haley is lying and will likely have to talk to a judge about this. Those community notes wags. Okay, so you have a lot of people who have been throwing up evidence of insider selling. Token insiders kept over 97% of the supply and are actively selling. And there's another one sarcastically saying the team hasn't sold one token and showing the tokens that the team actually did sell. Hawk didn't disappoint. 96% of the supply in one cluster. Nice. Now, this shows evidence of coordination by this pattern of cluster selling like this. So now this fella, who's featured here in a Rolling Stone article, meet the YouTube creator busting crypto scams. As Coffeezilla, Stephen Findelson has made it his mission to unravel crypto schemes before investors lose their shirts. This is probably the funniest spaces since the Trump Elon one.
I would even say since the Ron DeSantis Elon one, the fake launch one. Yeah.
This one is pretty freaking funny. So Coffeezilla goes in there and just rips them a new one. All right, so let's listen.
One of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then why the fuck are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No. That's not true.
That is true. That's a fact.
It's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We could answer that.
You know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's tokens going directly from the main account.
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
And then it's getting sold for $50K. Who is that?
Definitely not us. You think we're doing this for $50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talking to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us.
These are the real scammers.
You know what they say? There's a spitter born every minute.
Now,
That's what everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't matter. No, I'm not everyone. There was a strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet. You've heard of a strategic allocation or a private
How much
sale.
did y'all get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
It's not that
selling
we
out
made.
your fans.
Oh,
you mean the fake blowjob money
Hold on,
turned out to be
Coffeezilla,
worthless?
Chill pill, brother.
Who could have seen that
Y'all
coming?
just rug pulled a bunch of people.
No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no
You're
rug
better
pull.
off using actual blowjobs as a currency. Blowjobs don't fall out of favor like fake blowjob
oldest
currency.
profession.
Yeah, it's the oldest profession. If you want to sell a pair of shoes, hey, I'll give you a blowjob for your pair of shoes. That's an honest transaction. Nobody's fewer people are gonna turn you down if you offer them a blowjob for their shoes than if you offer them a Hawk Tuah meme coin for your shoes. People are gonna say, "What the hell is that?"
It's kind of amazing that you would have, and okay, like I said, a lot of these people were just trying to play the momentum. They were just trying to get in, get out quick, and make a profit. If you don't time that perfectly, you're fucked.
Right. It's like
because
Pokemon
when these
cards,
things
like
go
yo-yos.
down, when they go down faster than Haley Welch.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Just like any
go,
trend. Yeah.
they just boom within seconds. You could be down tens of thousands of dollars. The guy who was sophisticated enough to build up 1.4. I don't know what that cap. Well, I mean, I do know what he was thinking. He built up all that money and he thought he was bulletproof.
Right.
By us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market cap.
No, it's not just snipers.
That was not us.
That was
listen.
You know that.
Listen, no. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
I'm sure that's not you getting those fees, right? Who's making the money on the fees? Who's making millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the project. So we can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees?
And the way they talk about it, like they're building a utopia.
Right, exactly.
We want to keep this going for years for the Hawk Tuah community, for the community built around the woman who's only famous because she made a sex joke.
They're acting like this is like a reputable industry to begin with.
Right, and then he goes on to really, this is the clincher. When you want to convince people you're not running a scam, the words Cayman Islands should never leave your lips.
Right.
Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteora pools, and that goes to the creator, right?
Who does that who does that belong to?
That belongs to the project, right?
Who's the project? Who is the project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
how much does Haley Welch own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So she owns all of it.
Coffeezilla.
Did she just make $1 million on fees on a rug pull?
Do you know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman Islands, to hire directors? You think this stuff pays for itself, right?
All right, so you get the idea. Just absolutely ridiculous. So here's somebody who filed a complaint with the SEC. I'm sure not the last. Just filed my report against Haley Welch and Hawk Team for rugging investors. Here's the link below to file a complaint. Of course, you got some ambulance chasers getting in on the act. If you lost money on Hawk, contact our firm to learn about your legal rights. Our firm represents thousands of NFT and token investors in securities matters. This is attorney advertising. And finally, things come full circle. Somebody decided to pick up on the trend of the backlash against the meme coin, against the girl who got famous for the blowjob joke, joking about sending the blowjob girl who did the rug pull meme coin offering to prison called Tuah, as in straight Tuah prison, with their aim being to take revenge against her by getting the market cap above the original Hawk coin. Now, if this is not some late stage capitalism shit where the money is based on absolutely nothing of value, it's all just built around decadence and fantasy and digital nonsense. That you can't do better than this story. This is everything Marx predicted late stage capitalism would be like, and more so.
Yeah. I mean, and I have to say, like, the real scumbag in all of this is whoever pitched this to her. You know what I mean? Because she was
Right. I mean,
clearly
clearly
like,
she's not the mastermind
yeah,
here.
she's not the mastermind. She probably has a business manager who took a
Right.
meeting with a guy who said, "Hey, this would be a great idea," and she just doesn't have the wherewithal to ask, "Hey, what is this really about?"
Right.
I mean, she's young, obviously. I mean,
Right.
she's an adult, but she's very young.
She's literally someone who got pulled off the street
Right.
and made extremely famous within less than a year,
Right.
because
Yeah.
she made a sex joke.
Yeah, so she's not like a scheming. I think she's too young to know to have her eyes open when somebody comes to you with an idea and says we're going to make a lot of money.
To be fair, she
On
got greedy
crypto,
too.
you have
Come
to
on, man.
ask. You have to ask why. You have to ask, well, what is this? You have to be able to say, okay, well, actually, what is the downside to this? What are the risks to this? What exactly we're doing here? And it sounds to me like she just did not have the wherewithal to do any of that. She just trusted the people around her, and here she is.
Sure. To be fair, though, she's clearly partly just general. Yeah, people can grab you and try to make you famous off a sex joke. Doesn't mean you can pull it off. So she has to have a certain sophistication. She calls herself the queen of memes. She clearly understands the online world to a certain extent.
She's good. I mean, she has a charisma. She's got a sense of humor.
Yeah,
She's funny. Like she's good. From what I've
she
seen,
plays her
she's good.
type well.
Yeah.
She's got a good instinct for like what
Right.
it is about her, what shtick people want her to do.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I'm the country girl, and yeah, she's figured that out, and she's parlayed it. So if you're smart enough to do that, you're smart enough to be like, she knows there are a lot of meme coin scams, right?
Yeah.
So
well, like I said, yeah, I think
ask some questions.
Yeah. It was a situation where just didn't ask any questions, just kind of got led along. And, I do say in her defense, it's easy to get led along by people when you're that young. As Bill Maher said,
sure,
you should do, this is your chip. You got to cash in. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, girlie, this is your big chance. Come along with me.
Right,
you
exactly.
won't regret it.
When you got people saying that to you, it's not inconceivable that you would just at a certain point say, yeah, I guess I trust these people who are saying they're going to make us a ton of money and it's going to be a big hit. Why not? When you're dealing with something like this and you're talking about people's investments, that is a bit negligent on her part, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think the way to go is to vilify her. I think the story is interesting on what it says about where we are as a society, as an economy. You got people freezing in tents in North Carolina, and this is what we as a society elevate.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the whole thing, not just making her famous, and this whole meme coin thing. How decadent does your society have to be to even generate such an idea?
Right.
For people to have that much disposable income that
right.
Could
they could
be
just like
thing.
It would never occur to me to put money in one of these things. The thought would never cross my mind. Like, not only would I never do it, I would never think to do. I would never contemplate for a second to invest $1 in a meme coin. I don't even know what it is. Like, I'm so uninterested. We don't even stream to Rockfin.
A meme coin
that's how little we know or care about any of this crypto stuff. We won't even live stream to Rockfin because when someone gives us $5, we don't know how to take it out and how much that $5 is going to be worth the next day.
We're like,
fuck it. Rumble gives us cash money. Rumble wins.
Cash is king.
Exactly.
Well, no. Actually, I saved an article. Maybe we'll do it at some point. That was talking about how all of these investments that really attract young men are booming, like crypto, since Trump won. And I think an element of this. So a meme coin is literally this. It's a coin that's created to catch a meme.
Right.
So something is trendy, someone builds a coin around that, like what they did with the banana that we covered a couple weeks ago. It's a meme, it's out there. There's a Pepe coin for that meme,
Right.
It's that. I think partly it is because we don't live in a time where a lot of these people feel like, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to start a business. I'm going to open a hardware store. I'm going to save some money. I'm going to buy a house. So they wind up degenerate gamblers. That's what all this is. You go to a casino to try to get rich when you don't think you can do it through hard work and entrepreneurism. You're talking about a generation that doesn't see that as a viable path, but they don't want to just resign themselves to always being a regular schmuck. So you gamble. That's what this is. It's gambling.
Please clap.